today talking possible contract extensions. But before you skip this video, it's not about Matthew Judon because I'm pretty tired of talking about him at the moment. Once we get that figured out, we'll talk about it here. But as the time being, as there's speculation, we're done talking about it until something happens. But there's two other guys that the Patriots should extend going into their final year of their contract. We're going to talk about it here. This is Sports Talk Patriots. We talk everything New England Patriots. I want to give a shout out to my Aussie friends out there that are listening out in Australia. Wild seeing that on the comments. Glad you're here. If you haven't subscribed, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. There we go. Hit that like button, comment below. Love to hear from you. What's your thought about these contract extensions that we're going to talk about? Are they important to you? What do you think as it comes to the Patriots as well? Working on my and that being said, my wife pointed it out. A couple of you pointed it out. Let me know in the comments how I've been doing. That being said, it's been a wild one. But first player I want to talk about today, Jabrill Peppers. So Jabrill Peppers, you guys know he plays free safety along with Duggar. They are beasts in the secondary for the Patriots. One thing I want to point out, as I've said earlier, he is in his last year of his contract. This season is last year of his contract. I think it's very important that the Patriots, you've heard me say this before, if it's not broke, don't fix it. Peppers is doing an awesome job in the secondary. If he's doing a good job, extend that contract. His contract, we're going to pop at that real quick. It's nothing crazy. 2 years, $9 million that he signed. It would have been last March. There we go. Last March. So nothing crazy. $9 million. We have the cap space. Easy extension. They should be able to get figured out before veterans meet on July 23rd. Whole team first practice meets on that 24th. But back to Pepper's main page right here. Just a little background if you didn't know. On this channel, I live in Michigan, lived in Maine, but we were talking about the offensive line yesterday, and there's three guys, one from Michigan, one from Eastern, one from Western. Peppers, and here's the funny thing, I'm a Michigan State fan, and I know there's some of you out there that I've seen in the comments that are like, well, I'm a Wolverine fan, I'm a Michigan fan. Yeah, that's why I like Brian Hoyer so much. But that being said, that was the first time I said it. Peppers, from Michigan, great guy. Remember when he got recruited there, 5-star athlete, dog, first-round pick for the Browns. He did all right during his years, through the Browns, through the Giants, kind of fell off with the Giants. Patriots picked him up, and he has done well for the Patriots. There's a reason he got an extension a couple years ago, and there's a reason right now the Patriots should give him another extension right now so we can lock him in for a few more years. He's going to turn 29 years old in October, so somewhat still relatively young. Not like we're talking about him being in his 30s or like early to mid 30s. So he still has plenty of time to step into that role, being productive player, being a huge part of that defense. Once again, I'm going to say this, and you might get sick of it. I don't care. But if it's not broke, don't fix it. The defense is not the issue for the New England Patriots. It's the offense. We've established that. We've talked about that. So if the defense is doing well, let's keep those pieces together. So Peppers, contract, nothing crazy, nothing to write home about. Sign the man, extend it, move it on. Let's not worry about it for a few years down the road. And let's keep that well-oiled machine that the Patriots have at defense going. Next, this might be kind of an obscure player to talk about on here, because this player is not a huge contributor in the sense of offense or defense, but when it comes to special teams, I've talked about it before on one of my videos, and you'll hear me talk about it more. Special teams is huge. Special teams, special players, special plays, whatever the one guy, I can't sketch, there he is, boom. But they are incredibly important. I've talked about before, you look at teams in college that have these phenomenal athletes that they plug in at special teams, and not only are they good on offense, defense, but their special teams are elite. And it's important in the NFL that we do the same thing. We follow suit in the sense of we have elite players playing defense, and if they're playing well, pay them, extend their contracts so they can continue to perform. So Brendan Schooler, he was a couple years ago picked up as a unrestricted free agent. An undrafted free agent, was not drafted. He was picked up by the Patriots. He was one of two guys that actually made it onto the roster, the 53-man roster, and he contributed mightily when it came to special teams. He is fast. He runs under a 4.5 40. At least that's what he did in the combine. I believe it was a 4.49. Correct me if I'm wrong. If for some reason you guys know his 40 time, but he's a stud. He has that speed, and we need that on special teams. He's in a rookie contract, so he's not getting paid a ton. Especially, he wasn't even drafted, so he's not getting paid a ton. Easily can extend that contract. Again, back to the premise: if it's not broke, don't fix it. If he's doing well, keep him in there. You may have remembered, I believe it was last year, he recovered a muff punt. He's had in the past 2 years 3 fumble recoveries, which have been big. Tackles. Special teams is such a short part of football games. You have, the kickoff, you have punting, you have field goals, and obviously PATs, stuff like that. But when it comes to punting, a lot of times that's the point in the game where people get up, they go get their snacks or whatever, and they live to see another day, and hopefully their defense can play well. But of the utmost importance, need to play well. Patriots special teams in the past, killer, need to keep them. So those are the two players I know that we need to give extensions to. It'll be good for the defense, special teams moving forward. I want to hear what you guys think. What do you think about these two extensions? Do you think they're necessary? Do you think that maybe you might be thinking, oh, Peppers is too old? You might be thinking, oh, this guy's a undrafted free agent that we picked up. Actually, I'd be surprised if you disagreed with Schooler. Peppers, I would actually be surprised if you disagreed with that. But I think they're two guys that need extensions. I think that's very important. Comment below. Tell me what you guys think. I would truly appreciate it. I need a counter over here seeing when I say us, and that being said, but I think I did decent today. So what other I know there's other extensions, contract extensions that I'm missing. List them below. What do you think is the utmost importance besides Matthew Judon? Again, we'll get to that another day. But what do you think is the most important when it comes to kind of these other players that maybe are under the limelight, that aren't talked about as much? Who do we need to extend? Who do we need to keep on the Patriots? Let me know. Comment below. Let's talk it over. This is Sports Talk Patriots. My name's Aaron. Hit that subscribe button somewhere over here as this video ending. You can hit that. Check out one of these other videos. You guys rock. Have a good one. Peace.